After the zombie virus broke out, the man risked his life fighting off zombies while the woman locked him outside the door. She had already teamed up with another man, and together they planned to take all of his supplies. Soon, the man's strength gave out. As he lay dying, he glared at the two of them, his eyes full of resentment and rage. Then he woke up with a start. There were no wounds on his body, no smell of blood. A fawning voice came from behind him. Lisa asked with concern if he had a nightmare. He checked the date on his phone and realized he had been reborn 30 days before the apocalypse. Standing in front of him was the subordinate who had betrayed him. The man barely contained his anger. He knew his top priority was to stockpile supplies. He made an excuse and left, leaving his confused subordinate behind. 30 days. He would need an absolutely secure doomsday fortress, along with huge amounts of supplies and heavy firepower. But first, he needed a lot of money. He owned a house worth $3 million, but selling it would take too long. He lowered the price by $1 million and demanded full payment within 24 hours. He quickly found a buyer. Then he borrowed from every online lending platform he could find. He didn't worry about paying it back. Soon the world would descend into chaos, and people would kill each other over a moldy piece of bread. By then, money would be worthless. All the man had to do was take his supplies into his fortress and ride out the apocalypse safely. So far, he had raised $9 million in cash. He found a villa with a huge basement. Claiming to be a producer scouting a filming location for a media company, he paid double the rent for 2 months. The landlord gladly handed over the keys. The man rushed to the basement. It was 400 square meters, surrounded by thick reinforced concrete load-bearing walls. It was perfect for storing supplies. That afternoon, he contacted a construction crew that had long worked with his company. He needed the project completed in record time. The foreman said it would be very difficult, but the man understood the hint. He tossed a large bag of cash on the floor. The foreman stopped asking questions and got to work. Sparks flew inside the basement. Outsiders only saw a warning line around the villa. They didn't know the apocalypse was coming, nor did they know that an impregnable underground fortress was being built under their feet. The man's supply plan was only half finished when the fortress was ready. The basement entrance was well disguised. No one would guess that behind the bookshelf stood a bank vault door. The roof was covered with solar panels. The top of the perimeter wall was fitted with high-voltage electric fencing. The man told people that his company was filming a post-apocalyptic movie, and this house was being used as a set. No one doubted him. Over the next 3 days, massive shipments of supplies arrived. Though the workers had been with the company for years and were trustworthy, they saw the inside of the fortress while moving things in. The man didn't know if that would cause problems later, but there was no way he could move all those supplies by himself. When the basement was finally full, the man's tension eased a little. He didn't just stock food, water, and medicine. He also stored clothing and tools. But in the apocalypse, even his fortress could be overrun, so he had to prepare an escape route. In the garage, he had 2 vehicles suited for the end of the world. One was a Ford Raptor with an upgraded crash bar and run-flat tires. It could plow through any zombie in its way. The other was a cargo truck converted into an RV. It had a tough exterior and fully equipped living quarters inside. Just when he thought everything was ready, trouble came. Stephen, the chairman's son, showed up looking for a fight. It wasn't because the man had spent too much on the film set. Stephen was angry that the man hadn't brought Lisa onto the project. Stephen was clearly one of her admirers. The man saw his opportunity. He put on a helpless act, saying the chairman insisted that all the props had to be real, and he had no connections to get real weapons. Stephen mocked his incompetence, boasting that he could easily get military-grade equipment. The man pretended not to believe him and said that if Stephen could really pull it off, he would not only give Lisa a bigger role but also make Stephen a co-producer. Stephen, eager to prove himself to his father, agreed to the challenge. He left full of confidence. The man couldn't help but smile.